Then, put in your 2 cents. Then, put in your 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, 25 cents, whatever cent. Just then. Welcome to Under the Lights Live. I appreciate each and every one of you who have joined so far. I know I haven't been on here in a few days. That's why I try to post some content for you guys to keep y'all inspired and encouraged until I can come live. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to be talking about forgiveness today because that seems to be an issue going on with forgiveness. People being able to, they're having a hard time of letting go and being free. Appreciate each and every one of you for joining. I will be with you momentarily. I'm listening to my tracks off of ReverbNation.com. This one is called Vent. Oh, that's a good one. I appreciate each and every one of you who has joined thus far. I'll be with you momentarily. I have a very important message I'd like to share with you today. I'd like to talk about forgiveness. Seems like we're having problems letting go of stuff, some of us. I'm about to share with you. I'm about to share some wisdom with those who have an open heart. Let's turn this down. Yeah, I want to share some wisdom with y'all. I would like to share some wisdom with whoever has an open heart and mind and willing to explore the depths of spiritual knowledge. So those who are open to the energies of the universe, you'll be able to receive this divine message. While those who are closed off, well, you won't be able to receive it. It's like a prophet might receive a message directly from God, while an ordinary person might not recognize the message as being divine. Welcome to Under the Lights Live. I appreciate each and every one of you who have joined this far on this Sunday, April the 7th, 10:26 in the a.m. here. And right now I am still visiting in Indianapolis, Indiana. The first thing I want to go over with you guys, talking about forgiveness. But I want to share this with you before we go into that. I want to share with you the spiritual meaning of fibromyalgia and this love language. Now, I'm going to record this because the last time I tried to do this, and they have their ways, I guess, of not wanting certain things to air, but we're going to record this to make sure we get it. So, first I want to share with you, like I said, fibromyalgia is thought to be caused by a stressful impact. For example, infection, physical trauma, or psychological stress. Holistically speaking, muscles are triggered by emotional states. The spiritual cause of fibromyalgia is when the emotional energy has become stagnant in the periphery of the muscles in the body. Therefore, these suppressed emotions get trapped in the muscles and perpetrates a feeling of being stuck. Muscles are holding on to control, guilt, and stubbornness, anger, rage, and resentment, as much as we don't want to accept, receive, and believe this. And just because you don't want to accept and receive and believe it does not make it so. You rather go off some other crap and claim all these illnesses and diseases and sicknesses when all you got to do is forgive and let go. Release them egos. That's all you got to do to heal. Okay? The love language of a person who is suffering from fibromyalgia may be different from normal expectations of how love is given and received. Here I give some insight from a holistic point of view. It sounds like people need attention, love, whatever the case is. I empathize with you. But I'm giving you truth and medicine to help heal you. That's the best I could do. Silver and gold have I not. Money, no, I don't have any. But I'm giving you steaks and potatoes, good food, so your body can heal. For you who want to make it out of something else, when it's something simple, stop being stubborn. Release your ego. Stop being immature about life, about situations. And learn to deal with stuff, learn to handle stuff on a spiritual level. If you're walking in human, like a human, then I expect for you to act like that. But if you're a divine being, then you should be open and receptive to receive this message. What I'm telling you, fibromyalgia is a love language disease, okay? All right, stuck energy in the muscles eventually leads to other symptoms of fibromyalgia, such as fatigue, sleep disturbance, cognitive problems, memory problems, headaches, dizziness, pain in the muscles, problems with visions, jaw pain, period tender points, nausea, skin problems, urinary problems, dysmenorrhea in women, restless leg syndrome, joint pain and stiffness. Your love language is different from others if you're suffering with this fibromyalgia. That's all it is. Love language for a person with fibromyalgia tends to be different. There's a behavior pattern for the need for attention. Y'all have the need for attention, yet the attention does not meet your specific love language. You may have experienced a lovely family environment, yet somewhere along the line your specific needs were not met. Perhaps the love you needed was different from your love language, and you became needy for that love that did not match your expectation. You may have had, as a kid, maybe felt like you were deprived of that, or others got treated better than you. Some of us kids, we have that mentality where mama, daddy treat them better. Mama, daddy like them better than me. I'm sure we all felt that way at some point in life. And it's not even that. We are all different. So we all dealt with in different ways. But no matter what you've experienced in life, no matter what you've gone through, you've matured into adult now. You have to let those childish things go. They don't serve you nothing. They're not serving you. They're making your body ache. They're causing stress, causing chaos, causing family issues, all kind of unnecessary BS. Because you want to be stubborn and hold on to unforgiveness or whatever, the need for love. Love yourself. Love yourself enough to let go of this foolishness so you can live free and not be bound down by what somebody did to me, what somebody said to me, what somebody called me. Because somebody's trying to control me. Move yourself out of the way. You're taking this too personal. You're letting emotions control you. You're letting emotions control your life. Let God control you. You are the God. Control you. You the Christ conscious. The ideal man. The ideal man is not the one that holds on to the ego. You're trying to walk this thing along. We're one. We're all together. So we need to get along as one. You holding on to unnecessary things, you only hurt yourself. And thinking that you can move on in life, you're fooling yourself. And thinking that you can prosper and have an abundance of whatever you think you're going to get, it's not going to happen. You cannot be resentful, scornful, have an unforgiving heart, and think you're getting ready to prosper in anything. The only thing you're going to be prospering in is that energy you're sending out. You see, you can't hide that behind whatever you're trying to hide it under. You can't. You can't hide it, and you'll see when you don't prosper. Okay, eventually, unconsciously, all your attention is going out towards your need for getting something back. Your energy is stuck out in your body as your focus is on getting your needs met from an outside source. Don't look outside, look within. Then you get stuck in a pattern, such as a fear of letting go of your circumstances because of a fear of losing the attention of your loved ones. You may also feel like a victim of circumstance, and somehow you begin to associate pain with attention. So I guess you must want to hurt. You mean to tell me you want attention that bad? You want to hold on to anger and resentment? You rather hurt than to let that crap go and feel good. You rather be a burden on somebody else where they got to take care of you, wait on you hand and foot, because you're too stubborn to let go. You won't grow. You can't teach nobody else nothing. What you selling ain't nobody gonna buy. Or what you trying to sell ain't nobody buying it. Until you let go all you until you move you out of the way and love your brother, love your enemies, let go of the resentment, the fear, the hate, the scorn, the jealousy, the envying, whatever's holding you down, whatever's keeping you from moving forward. And I mean that in emotional, spiritual, physical, all of that way. That's just selfishness. Selfish all the way around. Because you become a burden on someone else. Someone that's living a happy life, taking care of themselves, feeling good, full of energy, but you want them to take their happiness, joy, and energy and nourish your resentful, unforgiving self. And because of this now, you becoming a burden because you're developing all of these physical issues in your body. Because you can't live in that area. Your spirit ain't going to dwell there. The divine spirit can't dwell there. You turn into a human being. You know? Just like foods can separate us from God. Certain foods we eat. You ain't going to be able to get in your highest spiritual form when you're eating all kind of crap. And some of us say, well, I know all about that. I used to do it. Well, you need to go back to doing it then. And to say it didn't help is a lie. Straight from the pits. Or wherever it came from. But send it to the light so it can be healed. Okay, as you have worked hard in your life and experienced intense emotions, now you want love, support, and nurture. That's what I'm saying. You don't work hard to develop these feelings. You don't work hard for these intense emotions. Now you want somebody to cater to you. I mean, you can get all that without going through all of that. All right? So how to return to your inner power? From a holistic perspective, fibromyalgia takes time to heal. It requires patience, love, and gentle direction. And I'm taking this from healinglight.com.uk. This person say, when I work with a client with fibromyalgia, they require a multi-level approach. Understanding the condition from a metaphysical perspective helps with recognizing cognitive patterns of behavior, dealing with each aspect one step at a time to not overwhelm. Okay, one of the key aspects is to provide gentle body work to get the energy stuck in the muscles and periphery of the body to move and reestablish a flow. The mind and body are connected, so by getting the energy moving again in the body helps reduce pain, refocus the mind, and get clear on your emotional state. In addition, helping the client discover what their love language is and how to communicate this is hugely beneficial, as well as offering strategies to help them deal with everyday life. So, this person says they offer energy healing online therapy sessions, which combine therapy and energy healing techniques. You may want to look into energy healing techniques. Another tells their testimony. They say, through my own personal life experiences, I know what it's like to be physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually fragmented. Using my experience of 24 years experience in polarity therapy and shamanic healing, I enable a person back to health and happiness. Tailoring sessions to the needs of my client, whether that they be talking through your problem, activating energy within your body to release pain, tension, and emotions, using sound vibration to clear stagnant energy, journeying in soul retrieval to delve deep and clear past patterns. You can make an appointment with people and help you through this. But the bottom line is letting go, forgiving and letting go, and stop holding on to foolishness that's no longer serving you. And all you're doing is becoming a burden on someone else. So now we got that out the way. We're going to talk about the dangers of unforgiving. It's coming from the Master's University. We live in a society that knows and cares little about forgiveness. In fact, they would think that one of the major contributors to the destruction of relationships in our culture is the absence of forgiveness. That's sad. Our culture pushes us to be unforgiving. It celebrates and exalts people who are not willing to forgive. We make heroes out of the dirty Harrys and the Rambos who murder people out of vengeance. As a result of this unforgiveness, we have a society filled with bitterness, vengeance, anger, and hate toward others. For a Christian, however, the failure to forgive is unthinkable. Whatever the issue, whatever the offense, a failure to forgive is a blatant act of disobedience. We have been told as explicitly as possible that if anybody offends us, we are to forgive them. How many times? 70 times 7. This is an endless number of times in Matthew 18:22. Okay, to look at this issue from the negative side of a moment, if we buy into this culture, a culture that says you don't have to forgive, you have a right to your pound of flesh, I give you 4 things that will happen in the life of a Christian. Unforgiveness will imprison you in your past. As long as you fail to forgive an offender, you are shackled to the past. Unforgiveness keeps that pain alive. Unforgiveness never lets that wound heal. And you go through life reminding yourself of what was done to you, stirring up that pain, and making yourself progressively angrier. You go through life accumulating bad feelings. Now think about it. What's the point of that? What's the benefit? Thank you, appreciate you. Unforgiveness just imprisons you in the past and robs you of the joy of living. On the other hand, forgiveness opens the door and lets the prisoner out. Forgiveness sets you free from your past. As soon as you forgive, you're free. If you insist on remembering the offense and never forgiving it, then you allow the person to go on offending you the rest of your life. Unforgiveness will produce bitterness. The cumulative effect of remembering without forgiveness some offense done against you is that you become a bitter person. The longer you remember the offense, the more data you accumulate on it. The more you recite the memory, the more it occupies your thinking. The more it shapes your person. Bitterness is not just a sin, it is an infection. And it will infect your whole life. And bitterness can be directly traced to the failure to forgive. It makes you caustic, sarcastic, condemning, and nasty. Harassed by the memories of what you can't forgive. Your thoughts become malignant toward others, and your whole view of life becomes distorted. And we can't even see that. Because anger begins to rage in you, and it can easily get out of control. Your emotions begin to run wild. You entertain continuing thoughts of revenge, and what happens? Even casual conversation becomes a forum for slander against the offender. And your flesh, the horrible remnant of your old self, gains control. Forgiveness, on the other hand, dispels bitterness and replaces it with love, joy, peace, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and self-control. Why would anybody want to live in the prison of their past? That's my question. Why would anybody want to live with accumulated bitterness that makes them violate every relationship? We need to ask ourselves that. Because unforgiveness will give Satan, the enemy, whoever, an open door. Unforgiveness throws the welcome mat out and invites the demons in. Where you have resolved bitterness and an unforgiving spirit. You have unresolved bitterness and unforgiving spirit. You have given place to the devil. You have given place to your offender, the winner. Be angry. This is one of my things I totally, strictly believe in. I'm passionate about this. Be angry and ye do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger. And do not give the devil an opportunity. Don't never go to bed angry. You make that thing right before you close your eyes. And that's Ephesians 4:26-27. But one whom you forgive anything, 2 Corinthians 2:10-11. By one whom you forgive anything, I forgive also. For indeed what I have forgiven, if I have forgiven anything, I did it for your sakes in the presence of Christ, so that no advantage will be taken of us by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. It is no exaggeration to say that most of the ground that Satan gains in our lives is due to unforgiveness. We're not ignorant of his scheme to move in and on an unforgiving attitude and destroy relationships. You can evict all the demonic trespassers by an act of forgiveness. So we need to start evicting some things right now, this very moment. Because we don't have one moment to waste to keep holding on to that crap. I appreciate everything that you have contributed this far. I appreciate you. I appreciate the heart's gift. I appreciate every contribution. Unforgiveness will hinder your fellowship with God. Jesus said, if you forgive men when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. And that's Mark 11:25. If you do not forgive men their sins, your Father will not forgive you your sins. So don't think that you're going to prosper if you think you holding unforgiveness, resentment, hatred, all of that, jealousy, and you actually think you're going to prosper on anything. How can you? You won't. Don't fool yourself. Don't let the enemy trick you. Okay? If we don't forgive others, he doesn't forgive us. So if I'm not right with you, then I'm not right with him. That's the way I feel. Why would I sentence myself to not being right with the divine? Is there some virtue in cutting off the purity and joy in my fellowship with God? I think not. You see the idiocy, don't you, of an unforgiving attitude? It makes you a prisoner of your past. It gives you the all-pervasive disease of bitterness. It opens the door for Satan, and it alienates you from the full, rich fellowship that God desires to have with you. That's why you can't see the light. There's plenty of good reason, then, to be a forgiving person. That's why a lot of y'all still think in the human way. And when divine wisdom and knowledge come slap you in the face, you can't accept, you can't receive it. Because you can't sin. Because of your bitterness. Because of your unforgiveness. To forgive is to turn the key, open the cell door, and let the prisoner out. So we need to stick that key and open that cell door and let the freaking prisoner out. Let ego and all of them out of there. When you let ego out, I guarantee you the rest of them gonna follow him. The unforgiveness, the resentment, and all that other crap, they got you bound in this prison of yours, in your mind. To forgive is to write in larger letters across a debt, nothing owed. To forgive is to pound the gavel in the courtroom and say not guilty. Okay? To forgive is to bundle up all the garbage and dispose of it, leaving the house clean and fresh. To forgive is to relax a strange hold on the wrestling opponent and give him his life. To forgive is to sandblast a wall of graffiti, leaving it looking like new. The matter of forgiveness is very important and is right at the crux of our spiritual health. This post is based on a sermon Dr. MacArthur preached in 1991, titled The Characteristics of One Who Forgives. I hope that touched the heart of someone, and I hope if we're holding unforgiveness, we can forgive and let go. Because it's not serving us anything. Just causing hurt and pain. Only a fool want to keep hurting, living in pain. So I gave y'all the 14 warning signs, right? Unforgiveness is eating you alive. If I didn't, I'm going to give them to you. 14 warning signs that unforgiveness is eating you alive and what to do about it. Okay? Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a constant act. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that. You think you're over it. You pretend everything's okay. But something isn't quite right. You have trouble sleeping. You can't stop thinking about what happened. You can't seem to move on. We have had a hard time forgiving people, some more than others. The reason is because many of us have faulty notions of what forgiveness is in the first place. And many of us have faulty notions on what forgiveness is in the first place, like receiving an apology or being reconciled with the person. We may not want to admit it, but sometimes when we're looking to offer forgiveness, we want it to be because somebody else conceded first. But what you're waiting for may never happen, especially when dealing with toxic people. How can you know whether unforgiveness is eating you alive? Here are some warning signs and some ways you can reverse course. This comes from spirituallivingforbusypeople.com. If you're experiencing bursts of anger, if you're struggling with unforgiveness, you're likely bottling up your anger. Oftentimes, the person who is the recipient of the inevitable outburst is not the person who caused the stress or pain. What to do instead? Be mindful when you start to feel anger building. Be mindful when you start to feel the anger building. Be aware of the source. If you catch yourself in the middle of an outburst, it's never too late to do an about face. Apologize to the victim of your outburst. Take a deep breath. If you can, spend a few moments alone. You're petty and impulsive. This is the second warning sign. When interacting with the person who you struggle to forgive, do you make snide remarks? Do you send them passive-aggressive texts? Do you engage in mudsliding? I appreciate you. And yet you're still powerless because you have not forgiven them. Appreciate the gifts. Appreciate what to do instead. Pause before engaging with the person. Sometimes a moment is all you need to let your conscience kick in. Is your contemplated interaction going to improve things or just take the edge off your hurt for a moment before the regret comes? How forgiving are you? There is a forgiveness quiz to see where you stand. And if you go to the spirituallivingforbusinesspeople.com/unforgiveness, you can take that forgiveness quiz. You're desperate to make them understand how you feel. Does your inner monologue sound like this? If the person who caused me pain could only see what they've done, they would want to say they were sorry. What to do instead? It's hard to swallow, but the person may never recognize what they've done. Acceptance and letting go are key aspects of forgiveness. Even if you told them, you still need to forgive them. A time-tested way to do this is to write them a letter that you do not intend to send. Do this with the ultimate intention of destroying it and letting go of its contents. That ego is what we need to... Okay, you're compulsive. You can't control the hurtful person, but you can control your environment. This can quickly become a negative spiral of compulsive activity. Maybe for you, this means keeping your space spotless, checking social media repeatedly, or making unnecessary purchases. Maybe it involves comfort eating. These behaviors give you the impression of being in control, but they will not change the result of your interactions with the person. These activities only distract you from getting to the heart of the problem. What to do instead? In the midst of compulsive behavior, there is often a moment when you realize what is happening. Choose to pull away. What is important to you? Is it being reflected in the way you spend your time? Is what you're doing helping you to heal? You're unable to reframe your experiences. When you allow another person to color your memories, the sight of a formerly favorite chutney or the smell of a once loved eatery will only bring you angst. The pleasant associations you once had are gone. What to do instead? Appreciate the gifts. Appreciate you. Acknowledge the part this association played in your life. Acknowledge the part this association played in your life, but don't allow it to control you going forward. This may mean donating the offending item or hiding it away for a time. It may mean creating new happy memories with a cherished friend in a place where you once found yourself overwhelmed with negativity. Okay, you're not taking responsibility for your feelings. Find yourself blaming the person you cannot forgive for your feelings. Maybe you're blaming the weather or even random events. Understand that when you choose to withhold forgiveness, what you're saying to the offender is, I hold you responsible, not just for what you did to me, but how I reacted and responded to what you did. I hold you responsible for my unhappiness. What to do instead? You may be slow to acknowledge it, but this is often the hidden script operating in your heart and soul. But it's a lie, plain and simple. Only you are responsible for your reactions and feelings. By giving that responsibility away to your offender, you allow them to have power over you. And that's not theirs to have. Unearth the script by saying it to yourself out loud. Write it down. You almost immediately recognize and acknowledge the lie in your script. Choose to take back what is rightfully yours, your own reactions and feelings, no matter how unpleasant. We create our own reality. This will be the key to freeing you from your self-imposed prison. Okay, let's get out of these self-imposed prisons. You're sick. That's right. Withholding forgiveness may actually be making you sick. That fibromyalgia and whatever else. If you're struggling with stress-related illnesses such as anxiety, depression, or high blood pressure, fibromyalgia, it may be time to try some forgiveness therapy. What to do instead? Letting go of bitterness has been said to not only improve the above conditions, what I just said, but also improve your immune system, heart, and overall mental health. Wow. Forgiving someone can heal your whole body. What's wrong with us? You rather hurt, be in pain, cause all these physical problems, and be a burden on somebody. And expect them to take care of you because of your selfishness, because your unforgiveness, your resentfulness, because you don't want to let it go. Now tell me they ain't selfish. If you're holding on to unforgiveness, okay, first of all, letting go of bitterness, like I said, has been said to not only improve all those things I just called out, but also improve your immune system, heart, and overall mental health. If your mental health is shot, then no. Your divineness is not shyness. You didn't turn all the way human. You're original being. It's an original being. You're not divine. And that's why you can't receive divine wisdom, knowledge. Once upon a time you could, but now you can't. You used to could, but now you can't. So you need to go back to what you used to was, so you can get back to what you need to be and where you need to be. If you're holding on to unforgiveness for dear life, consider the sobering idea that holding on might actually be slowly taking your life. You're keeping a list of offenses. It's not like you're keeping an actual physical list of all the times you were slightly or offended, right? Most likely it's a mental list. Each time your offender looks at you the wrong way, or says something offensive, or just ignores you, you catalog the action as part of a long list of offenses you use to justify keeping them trapped in your dungeon. But as you saw above, you may think they're the ones in your dungeon, but if you look more closely, you'll see that you're the one inside the prison bars, not outside. What to do? If your list is so long that you've forgotten the original offense that started you down this dark path, it's probably time to ditch the list. If you already have a written list, you've already halfway there. Just put it in the shredder, okay? If it's in your head, do go ahead and write it down, then destroy it. You hate yourself. I know this may be a bit strong, but it's probably not far from the truth. If you're stuck in unforgiveness, you're probably experiencing a toxic brew of guilt, shame, self-judgment, and self-sabotage. Thank you for the gifts. You may not even realize that you're being so hard on yourself because you decide to withhold forgiveness. What to do instead? I appreciate all the gifts. Thank you. Know that it doesn't have to be this way. The way out of this awkward trap is to simply love yourself just as you are right now. Put your hand in your heart with reverence and compassion. Say to yourself, though I am struggling to let go of this hurt, I fully love and accept myself just as I am. This radical self-acceptance will begin the healing journey of learning to let go hurts that may have been lodged in your soul for many years. Let's let them go. Forgive and let go so we could grow. Okay? Love is transformation and growth. There's nothing like peace, love, and life. Nothing like peace of mind. Then you start seeing the divine, then you start shining. You replay the scene over and over and over. If you find yourself lying awake in bed at any time, let alone 2 a.m., replaying events that happened weeks, months, or years ago, this one may resonate with you. And you know that with each replay, your feelings of stuckness and resentment grows. It's like it starts all back over again. Sometimes you find yourself fixating so much on the past, or fixated so much on the past, you've allowed it to define everything you do. For instance, if your heart was broken in a past relationship, you may have consciously decided to let people in only so far, even someone you may have grown to love deeply. What to do instead? To address this problem, try meditation. Give yourself 10 to 20 minutes. Begin noticing your breath and allow yourself to relax for a few minutes. Notice all the feelings that are arising within you as you relax, welcoming both pleasant and unpleasant sensations. Once you've reached the state of deeper relaxation, bring to mind the scene you have been replaying over and over. Okay, as you replay the scene, imagine an ending you would have preferred. For instance, if you regret reacting to anger to an offensive remark, imagine yourself responding to the person and yourself with compassion. Imagine yourself in a future encounter with the person or another person. Imagine yourself responding to similar situations with greater compassion. Just try to develop some compassion and rest in these images before slowly bringing yourself out of meditation by gently bringing your awareness back to your body in this space and in this time. So resolve to begin practicing this in your everyday life. Choose to be responsive rather than reactive going forward. Okay, another sign is you gossip about them. It's natural to want to return the hurt to those who have hurt us. One of the primary ways we do is through gossip. We may divulge their secrets or spread untruths about them behind their backs. If you intend to cause harm with the tongue, you'd be wise to heed the proverb. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Proverbs 18:21. When you gossip, you're not only doing further harm to your broken relationship. It's funny how much you say behind a person's back can get back to them, but you also endanger your relationships with the very people you gossip with. While your gossiping may start off as a bonding experience, sooner or later people will learn that you cannot be trusted to hold their confidence. Soon enough, you will have fewer people whom you can gossip and even fewer real friends. What to do? When tempted to say something unkind about your offender, say something you genuinely admire about them. If there's nothing you admire, refrain from speaking. How forgiving are you? Okay, you're righteous and entitled. Even if your situation is one where there was genuinely no wrong on your part, using this as a reason for not letting go will not sanctify your righteousness. You will only grow more bitter with each passing day. Okay, what to do instead? Challenge your own sense of entitlement. Ask yourself hard questions like, how may I contribute to this epoxy? Or how have I caused harm to this person? Regardless of whether or not you can answer the question, they will open up a space of compassion for yourself and them from which you can begin to find relief from unforgiveness. Always remember, others have been wronged by your actions and will struggle to forgive you as well. Keeping this perspective will keep you humble. All right? Another warning sign is you exercise poor judgment. If someone's hurt you in a significant way, you may engage in unhealthy or risky behavior as a form of self-medication. Think of the cheated lover who engages in a string of unhealthy relationships, or the humiliated person who goes on a spending spree. What's worse is that we justify our actions with a false sense of self-care. While self-care is a hugely important part of letting go of unforgiveness, actions that provide short-term relief but long-term harm are not acts of self-care. What to do instead? Identify things you can do to engage in proper self-care. Create a list that you can use every time. Every time someone harms you in a way that might be difficult to forgive. On this list could be things like prayer, exercise, meditation, healthy eating, breathing exercises, sleeping, whatever. Okay, a 14 warning sign of unforgiveness. You refuse to confide in others. We live in a culture that believes that reaching out for help is a sign of weakness. In fact, you may be withholding forgiveness because you believe it might cause you to appear weak in the eyes of others. But if you're reeling from hurt, it may be helpful to share your feelings with a trusted friend, in a non-gossipy way, of course. The difference here is that when you gossip, you focus on the actions of the offender instead of focusing on your own feelings and owning them. Just sharing your feelings can provide relief and perspective. It may free you from the stuck of feeling and promote creative thinking to help you move on from the hurt and resentment. So identify 2 or 3 people you can confide in and reach out to one of them today. Don't think about it. Don't second guess the people you thought of. Just reach out. And I want to conclude this with, don't let unforgiveness destroy you. Okay? Are you ready to let go of past hurts so you can move on with your life? Then it's time to begin to let go of unforgiveness. Know that learning to forgive is a lifelong process, just like love. Forgiveness is a decision we make each day. Yes, it's hard, but don't be discouraged. Your fresh start can begin today. Forgiveness is a constant attitude of letting go of resentment, anger, or bitterness towards someone who has wronged us or who we think have wronged us. It is important because holding on to unforgiveness can lead to negative physical and mental health consequences and can also prevent personal growth and the ability to move forward in life. If you are struggling with unforgiveness, you may experience bursts of anger, become petty and impulsive, feel the need to make the person understand your pain, engage in compulsive behavior, you're unable to reframe your experiences and blame others for your feelings. You may also experience physical symptoms such as difficulty sleeping or trouble with physical health. If you are struggling with unforgiveness, it is important to be mindful of your reactions and feelings. You can try pausing before engaging with the person, writing a letter that you do not intend to send. Destroy it. Focus on self-reflection and taking responsibility for your feelings. Creating new positive experiences. It may also be helpful to seek professional help, such as therapy, to work through the process of forgiveness. So all I can say is just try to forgive and let go. You know, we have to overcome all these negative voices and forces holding you back from living your life that you want and you desire. Okay, and now I want to share one more thing with you guys, and then I'm going to let you go and be on my way. Of course, you can go anytime you want. I know. I appreciate each and every one of you who have tuned in this far. I have one more message I'd like to share with you. I have an angel message that showed up this great AM, this grand AM. All right, and so I'm going to share it with you all. I take every message for me, and then I like to share it with others as well. I'm taking this from astrology.com, and this is only for those who are open and receptive to receive you with your divineness. Good. I'm doing it now. Sun gazing and forgiveness. That's what's up. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's what's up. This is show. That's your first step, and this is show as you sun gazing and forgiving. I guarantee you, your abundance on the way. That's the only way to receive the abundance and prosperity and wealth. Money, wisdom, knowledge, love, whatever you're looking for, whatever you desire. That's the only way you're going to get it. You got to have a forgiving heart. You ain't got to hang out with a person every day and run with them, but you do have to genuinely, authentically forgive them. You can't fool God yourself. You can't fool the universe. You just fool yourself. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to share angel number meaning. Angel numbers have become an increasingly popular phenomenon in recent years, with many people seeing repetitive numbers in their daily lives. One of the most popular angel numbers is 111, which holds a special significance for all those who see it. Let's uncover the magic behind this powerful number. For those of you who do not know, I am Zonda the Light, defender of mankind. I am chosen, I have been selected by the universe to communicate as a medium, to communicate messages by way of nature, by way of angel numbers, by way of everything, which way they could use me. And I find it an honor that they have trusted me and believe in me, that I can pull this off. I'm honored. Okay, so meaning of seeing angel number 111. When you keep seeing angel number 111, or it's a certain way that you may see it, and you know that that angel number was for you. It may be a sign that you are on the right path. Angels are telling you to trust your intuition and move forward with confidence, as new opportunities and blessings are on their way. It may also be a reminder to focus on positive thoughts and intentions, as the universe is responding to your energy and vibrations. Is angel number 111 a manifestation number? Yes. Angel number 111 is considered to be a manifestation number. It signals that your thoughts and intentions are aligning with the vibrations of the universe, and that you are attracting abundance and success into your life. Thank you, angel number 111, for coming into my life this grand AM. It's important to remain positive and focused on your goals, as this number is a powerful reminder that you have the ability to manifest your desires. The spiritual meaning of angel number 111. From a spiritual standpoint, angel number 111 represents alignment between mind, body, and spirit. It may be a sign that you are in tune with your higher self and are on the right path towards fulfilling your purpose. This number also suggests that you may have a special connection with the divine and that your angels are watching over you. Loving relationships meaning of angel number 111. In terms of love and relationships, angel number 111 may be a sign that you're about to meet your soulmate or twin flame. This number signifies a strong connection and a deep level of understanding between two people. If you're already in a relationship, it may be a reminder to remain positive and to trust in the relationship as your angels are guiding and supporting you. Money and career meaning of angel number 111. When it comes to money and career, angel number 111 indicates that you're on the right path towards success and financial abundance. This number may be a sign to trust your instincts and to take risks as the universe is aligning to support your ambitions. It may also be a reminder to remain optimistic and focused on your goals as success is on the horizon. Twin flame meanings of angel number 111. For those who believe in twin flames, angel number 111 may be a sign that you are near or about to reconcile with your twin flame. This number is a powerful reminder that the universe is working in your favor to bring you together. It may also signal a deep spiritual connection and a divine purpose for your relationship. The biblical meaning of angel number 111. In the Bible, angel number 111 represents the Holy Trinity, or the unity between the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It may also be a sign of divine intervention and a reminder to have faith in the Lord's plan. This number is often associated with spiritual awakening and a connection with the divine. Negative meaning of angel number 111. While angel number 111 Negative meaning of angel number 111. While angel number 111 is generally considered to be a positive sign, there may be negative connotations when it comes to fear or anxiety. This number may be a reminder to release negative thoughts and to focus on positive intentions, as fear and doubt can manifest negative outcomes. So the summary of angel number 111. Angel number 111 is a powerful reminder to trust in the universe and to align your thoughts and intentions with positivity and abundance. It has a multitude of meanings, from new beginnings and manifestation to deep spiritual connections and divine intervention. Keep an eye open and remain optimistic, as this number signals that success and prosperity are just around the corner. Thank you, angel number 111. I appreciate that. I'm open and receptive to receive the message that angel number 111 has brought to me. And I'm sharing it with you. So if you see angel number 11, and even if you didn't see it, that's good advice to look on. So I would take that as if I saw it. And look out if you do see angel number 11. All right, so I'm about to wrap it up there. I appreciate each and every one of you who have joined me on this live on this Sunday, April 7th, Grand Rising, 11:25 in the a.m. I appreciate the hearts, the gifts, everything that was contributed to me. And I'll see y'all next time. Now, I normally try to keep some inspirational, encouraging content loaded for you guys. So when I'm unable to come live, I try to want to come every day, but sometimes I'm unable to. So that's why I keep trying to send y'all content to keep you motivated, inspired, and keep you informed. Okay? Peace, love, and life. I love you all. Y'all stay wise and stay grand rising. Until the next time. I love you all. And you know I only want what's best for us.